Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of my Gotham reviews. In fact, when I say another episode, I mean the penultimate one. Because yes, we are now looking forward to the season finale next Monday night on Channel 5. What an exciting season we've had. We've had everything from deaths, resurrections, I don't know, fire, ice, we've had everything. Everything's been in this episode, in this season. We've seen more villains, we've seen everything. So before we get into all of that, which will become our end of season video, which will be later after next week's episode, I would like to issue a spoiler alert because there will be spoilers in this episode for Monday night episode. So I hope you do enjoy this episode, and if you're not caught up, go and catch up. So, Season 2, Episode 21 was titled A Legion of Horribles. Now, I believe the title is because Dr. Hugo Strange has created a lot of, or a legion of, monsters in the basement, as Nigma put it. And I think it's very, very true that Nigma has created a lot of monsters, because I believe that all of his creations and his resurrections have actually turned out to produce monsters. Now, my 5 words were under this week. I have 4, which is a bit of a step up, because normally I only have 3 on a Gotham video, it seems. So my 4 words are under are an old face returns. That's an old face returns. And if you watch the episode, you'll know who I'm talking about. If not, you'll have to wait till a bit further on in this review before you find out who I am talking about. So, we'll start off with our main character then of the series, Jim Gordon. So, he decided to help Bruce free Selina from Arkham and talked with Lucius about finding the secret lab. Now, both of these were extremely, I think, it was very clever plotting that Jim Gordon has done here. So by agreeing to find Selina and help Bruce rescue her, he's found a way into Arkham to try and find out where the secret lab is, which then he used that to his advantage as well, because Lucius obviously has all this kind of technology that he can use to help him find the lab that he believes is hidden underneath Arkham, which we know it is, but everyone else kind of doesn't. And he was locked up by Strange after he went into Arkham, which was a bit of a disappointment, to be honest, because, you know, we thought he was going to find Indian Hill and find the evidence he needs to arrest Strange, or have a Strange arrested rather, because he's not part of the GCPD anymore. But then he got arrested and locked up by Strange himself, or not arrested, sorry, he got locked up by Strange, and had a metal box put on his head, which was really quite a weird contraption, and we were wondering what it was for until Basil, who is a resurrected person, who's been resurrected by Strange, put on the box and his face became identical to Gordon's. So what will the new Gordon do, or rather what will Basil do as Gordon? And I just want to make a brief mention about Basil. I believe that Basil is the Clayface that many of you will be familiar with if you're familiar with the comic books. Now Clayface is one of these villains who can transform and change his shape and alter his shape, but I think that is kind of what they're hoping to do with Basil, and actually the original Clayface in the comic books was called Basil, so I think that is who they are basing this upon. So we'll move on to Harvey Bullock. Now he had a very funny press conference, which was quite, I don't know, it was very good to see him as it's very funny to see him as the acting head of the GCPD. It's still really good to see that. And I liked that Alfred asked for his help to get Bruce out of Arkham, and I like the fact that he sent a strike force to deal with Arkham, rather than actually going himself. I mean, he's going himself, but he kind of had a funny line where he said, oh yeah, like one Irish detective and a butler with a injury, that's going to get a lot. So he's going to send a strike force and go with them to deal with Arkham. So hopefully we'll see this assault next week. Now, Bruce and Alfred. Bruce wants to help Selina out after being visited by Ivy. Now Ivy didn't intentionally visit him, she just sort of turned up where he was with the pigeons that Selina had agreed to feed for Bridget. So yeah, he realised that Selina was still in Arkham, and Alfred got really angry with Bruce, which I thought was really well acted by Sean Pertwee, whatever you want to call him, because we've never really seen Alfred get that angry at Bruce. We've seen him have a few kind of arguments with him, but never something on this scale before, and I think that was really well acted. The confrontation between Bruce and Strange was brilliant. I think the writing was excellent, the acting of both actors was fantastic, and he's been locked up in a room with Lucius Fox, and he has to tell Enigma what he knows about Strange and about all of the kind of goings on in Arkham. And I want to know, will he tell him the truth, or will he keep it kind of from him that he knows a lot about it? So let's take a look at Lucius Fox. Now, he agreed to help Bruce and Gordon, and he smuggled Jim into Arkham, and he also made a mark where the secret entrance to Indian Hill was, which was good because it means that Lucius Fox is helping Bruce out a lot more now, and I think he's also helping Jim Gordon out, which is why we start to see this later on in the films, that Jim Gordon and Lucius Fox are actually, they know each other, and they're quite good friends, and they agree to help out each other quite a lot. So he was locked up with Bruce, as I mentioned earlier. Will he tell Enigma all that he knows as well, I think, is another question we should be asking ourselves. Will he tell Enigma everything that he knows, as well as what Bruce knows? So we'll move on to look at Selina Kyle. Now, she is still alive, which is good, because that's what we like. We love Selina Kyle. There was a great chase scene between her and Firefly. Now, that was a really cleverly acted scene, I think. And Cameron Bickendova, who plays Selina Kyle, was acting this part really well, I think, over the last couple of episodes, and especially last episode. Now, she convinced her that if she wanted to be the goddess of fire, that Bridget needed, or Firefly needed, a servant, and she suggested that herself become the servant, thus making her life a bit longer, because it means that she won't kill her servant, hopefully. And on the subject of that, let's look at Firefly. So she tried to kill Selina, which happened obviously at the beginning of the episode, because it happened at the end of last episode as well. And she did remember that she had killed her brothers by burning them alive, and that was all the way back in season 2, episode 6, by fire, if you can remember that. I think it was by fire, if you remember that far back. And she has agreed to escape with Selina, so they're both going to try and get out of Arkham now together. And the Riddler. Now, he convinced Miss Peabody and Doctor Strange that he could help them, and he has gained control of interrogating Bruce and Lucius. So that was quite a devious move, and it's also very Enigma-ish. We've seen quite a lot of this Riddler coming out in him over the past few weeks, and I think we're really starting to see that now, which is really good, because it means we're getting a lot more, I don't know really, there's a lot more character development from him, which is really good. And I want to know, when he really gas them if they don't tell him the answer? Will he dare to kill billionaire Bruce Wayne and his associate, or will he kind of knock them out, or will he, I don't know, let them go? He may even change sides again and pretend that he's on Jim Gordon's side in order to trick Jim Gordon, and then maybe he will kill him himself. Or obviously we know Jim Gordon won't die because he needs to be alive in the film for the films to happen, but it's good. It's a really good program like that. It keeps you guessing that the characters are going to change their allegiances. Now, we need to look at a character that I am so excited about, that I am very excited about talking about her. She is back, she is back, she is back, she is back. That's all I'm going to say. You know who I'm talking about. Of course, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you. It is Fish Mooney. Now, I absolutely love her, as you can probably guess. After her death in season 1, episode 22, all happy families are alike, I was so unhappy myself, because I absolutely loved her character. I love Jada Pinkett Smith as the actress of her, and she was brought back by Hugo Strange last night, and she now has mind control powers that's not good for Gotham at all, but very good for her character. Which she only discovered after she touched a guard who brought her lunch, and I think that's not going to be good for Gotham. So I want to know what she's going to do next week. Will she break out of Gotham now that she remembers everything? She remembers who she is, but she's the first person that was resurrected to remember who she was, so that's going to be quite interesting. And finally then, let's take a look at Dr. Hugo Strange. Now, he brought more people back to life, as I said, including Fish Mooney, and he, not in so many words, but he did confess to killing Thomas and Martha Wayne. And he did try to tell Bruce that it was his father's fault that he was dead, because he put morals before science, or morals before doubt, and he was always very certain of himself. And I think that he tried to guilt trip Bruce into not doing the same thing, but Bruce is very much like his father, where he'll stand by what he believes in, and he did say that he was willing to die for what he believed in. And he, as I said, he locked Bruce, Lucius and Gordon up, and he's been instructed to destroy Indian Hill by some strange woman who I don't think we've ever seen before. And I want to know, will he destroy Indian Hill? And also, what will he do next? Will he release his prisoners then into the city, or will he kind of destroy them with it? I don't think he will destroy his monsters. I think they're his children, so he's going to keep them safe, and he'll probably release them into the city, which will cause mass havoc, which will set up for season 3 really. So my conclusion for the week then, it was a fantastic episode, and although there wasn't much action, there was plenty of suspense and drama. I mean, it was a good episode. There wasn't a fantastic amount of much. There was no kind of real conflict. Well, there was, but there wasn't really any action. There was no like deaths, there was no killing, there was no fights really. It was more confrontation-y this week, and I think it's starting to wrap things up really nicely so we can have a break between seasons 2 and 3. And my overall rating again sits at a 9 out of 10, which is still consistently good, when this second half of the season has been a lot better than the first. I think it's been a lot stronger than the first half of the season, definitely. So yeah, that's it for my Gotham review this week, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. And I really hope to see you again very soon. I will see you later, guys. Bye!